Hi everyone, welcome back to part 2 of our review of the new CCM Axis XF Pro equipment. In part 1 we talked about the leg pads, and in part 2 we're going to look at everything to do with the blocker and the catcher. So if we start with the blocker, CCM haven't made many changes to the XF blocker in comparison to the Axis 2 from a couple of years ago. But the changes that have been made are really positive ones. It's still built around the Litex core, like the same core construction that we can find in the leg pads, and it's designed to prioritize mobility and response. And what I mean by that is physically the mobility that you have with your wrist inside the blocker there, to be able to sort of point in any direction for whatever it is you need, whether it's rebound control or puck handling with a stick. It's there to sort of improve upon that, which we'll talk about in a minute, but also response, so that if we are pointing our wrist in a certain direction to direct a rebound, that the blocker gives us the response to do that accurately and efficiently. So just from sort of trying it on and doing that there, I feel like CCM have done that very well. It's a very well balanced blocker, so that it sits on the hand very well. The padding on the back of the hand allows it to sort of stay in place. It doesn't sort of wobble too much. And with the Litex core in the blocker, the construction on the blocker board itself, you can feel just from touching it that that's going to allow rebounds to absolutely pop out of the danger zone, same as we have with the leg pads there. So yeah, really impressed with that, and I'm excited to try that on the ice. We have the CCM's Pro Style Nash Palm, which you can see on the sort of the grey on the fingertips there. So really sort of thin but durable like material there, but with a layer of sure grip on the palm itself, which they had on the Axis 2, but this actually feels a lot more durable, a bit thicker, just to allow a bit more grip and a bit more durability on the palm there. So glad to see that they've slightly improved upon that, because I did feel like it was a bit thin and flimsy on the Axis 2. So that's a definite improvement that they've made to the palm there, and one that should allow you to have a lot better like durability of the blocker palm itself. Touching on the mobility side of things, CCM have improved the flex motion cuff there to basically improve mobility. So the Axis 2 was very square, so along there was square, and mobility was okay, but this opening up a bit more well-rounded means that you've got a full range of movement and inside the blocker there. So really nice to see. And I'll put my hand out so I can do this next bit. My main gripe with the Axis 2 was the really flimsy Velcro that we had on the outside of the cuff here. CCM have improved that by creating a bit more of a Velcro loop. So this actually loops into the back of the board there and reattaches. So it allows a lot more sort of adjustability to have that as tight or as loose as you want. You can still fully adjust it on the other side here as much as you want it. If you wanted to open that cuff right up there, you can do that. If you want it tighter in there, you can do so as well. But they've improved just the quality of the Velcro system on the outside there, which is something that was desperately needed on the Axis 2. So really glad to see that. And on the sidewall, CCM have kept the X stiff sidewall, so the really stiff sidewall, just to allow that protection of pucks not squeezing through the arm and the body there. But they've enhanced it just to improve the hand protection a bit. So this has been beefed up inside here on all aspects, not just around the thumb, but also up here and sort of closer to the hand there. So a bit more added improved protection there, which is never a bad thing. So again, there's not too many changes you can make to a blocker. CCM have kept all their favourites, like the D3O and the index finger, which is a godsend if you ever get sort of pucks up to the finger there. That really helps to protect you. So they've kept all the good things, but they've improved on some of the things that they really needed to improve on from the Axis 2. So I'm really glad to see it. So if we move on now to the catcher, if we can get that to stay still, there we go. So on the stock XF Pro catcher, they've kept the 591 heat activated form fit system. So not having traditional finger stalls inside the glove there, it's much more of a memory foam form fit, which I'm still undecided on. I chose not to have it on my Axis 2s just because I didn't know if I'd like it. I have tried this on a few times, although not on the ice, so I can't really get the heat into it to form fit, and so I'm still undecided. One thing I'm glad is that they've added a pinky loop to the outside here, so around about here where the little finger sits, there's now a loop just to kind of keep your hand a bit more stable inside there, which I'm really glad to see, just because it stops your hands from wandering too far around inside. So yeah, not too many things I can say about that because I haven't tested it on the ice yet, but glad to see that they're showing confidence in their innovations, but they're doing small things to help improve it along the way as well. I'm listening to some feedback there. So they have an improved flex motion cuff. If we can see inside here, if I can open this up for you. So the Flex Motion cuff here, it's got a lot more sort of padding to it. It's a lot softer and a bit more sort of pliable than the previous one. So what that allows, again, is just range of movement. So you can actually open your hand up more, which is something I struggled a bit when I first got my Access 2, was physically opening my palm up to the puck. It just felt like there was resistance from the glove there until it really broke in. So having a slightly redesigned cuff there really helps with that. They've kept the cross-form strapping system, which is actually really, really comfortable. So it's got a multi-point fit system there, so you can adjust it from multiple different places to really get the right fit and dial it into how it fits your hand and make it comfortable for you. So that's really, really good to see. I've had a bit of a play with this, but I'll do it again before we test this on the ice just to really dial it into how I like it. So I'll be able to talk a bit more about that once we've had more chance to play with it. So other than that, CCM have kept their standard sort of game ready with D3O palm. The stock is the double T pocket there, which is my favorite anyway, so it's what I would go for if I was to order this. But you can order a more traditional, like single T, offset T. You can order it in the standard 580, 590 or 600 breaks with the finger stalls if you want it as a custom option as well. So there is a ton of options to really get this glove exactly how you want it. Same with the whole range, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm excited to try it. I'm very, very impressed with the improvements that have been made, and I really hope that they translate to on ice performance as well, because I love the Access 2s, and anything that they can do to improve upon that will be an absolute win from me. So yeah, that's it. Hope you've enjoyed the review. If you have any questions, please pop them in the comments or send us a message on Instagram. If you don't do so already, please follow us on both YouTube and on Instagram. We're very, very close to hitting a major milestone on Instagram at the moment, so it would be nice to get over the mark with these videos. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed the reviews. Any questions, let us know, and thank you for watching.